We live in a world obsessed with beauty. Everywhere you look, pretty faces get the spotlight. But there's something strange happening beneath the surface, an unpopular truth that nobody talks about. Ugly women are winning at life. I know what you're thinking. How could that possibly be true? It goes against everything we see in media, everything society tells us. But look closer. The women's society labels as ugly often end up with better careers, stronger relationships, and more genuine happiness. They build empires while the pretty ones are still posting selfies. This isn't about being mean or putting anyone down. It's about exposing a hidden reality that changes how we think about success. The beauty advantage is real, but it's temporary, and it comes with invisible chains. Meanwhile, women deemed less attractive develop superpowers that last a lifetime. Today, we're diving into why ugly women get everything. This unpopular opinion will flip your understanding of advantage and success upside down. The truth isn't pretty, but it's powerful. And by the end, you might see beauty, advantage, and success in a completely different light. Society places crushing expectations on beautiful women. From the moment they're labeled pretty, they're trapped in an invisible box of standards. Look perfect, act perfect, be perfect, all the time. What happens when you don't fit that mold? Something incredible. Women considered ugly by society's shallow standards experience a strange kind of liberation. Nobody expects them to be decorative objects. Nobody expects them to maintain impossible beauty routines. Nobody expects them to be seen but not heard. This creates a freedom that pretty women rarely get to experience. When you're not spending hours each day on makeup, hairstyling, and outfit coordination to meet expectations, you gain something valuable: time. Time to develop skills, time to pursue dreams, time to build something meaningful. Beautiful women often face unspoken rules about career choices: model, actress, trophy wife. Their looks become their main attribute, overshadowing everything else about them. But women's society deems unattractive. They can be scientists, CEOs, writers, politicians, anything, without constantly fighting against being reduced to their appearance. Social gatherings change too. Pretty women are expected to be charming, graceful, and always on. One bad photo, one off day, one wrong outfit choice can lead to harsh judgment. Meanwhile, women considered less attractive can focus on genuine connection. They can have real conversations. They can network based on ideas and abilities rather than fending off advances or fighting stereotypes. Dating also transforms. Beautiful women often attract partners who want them as status symbols or eye candy. Their relationships face constant outside threats and jealousy. Women labeled as ugly often find partners who value their whole selves, their minds, hearts, and souls. Their relationships tend to be built on stronger foundations than physical appearance. In professional settings, beautiful women battle assumptions about intelligence and capability. Their ideas get dismissed. Their achievements get attributed to their looks. Women's society doesn't find attractive skip this battle entirely. Their work speaks for itself. Their ideas get heard. Their achievements get recognized as their own. Society has always functioned on unspoken rules. From early childhood, girls deemed unattractive quickly learn an important lesson: beauty won't open doors for them. This realization, while harsh, triggers something powerful: an instinct to develop extraordinary personalities and exceptional skills. When charm and beauty aren't options, women find different ways to stand out. They become funnier, smarter, more interesting. They develop razor-sharp wit, deep empathy, or remarkable problem-solving abilities. These women often become great listeners, thoughtful friends, and engaging conversationalists. Pretty faces get attention without effort. But women's society labels as ugly. They learn to command a room with their words, their ideas, their presence. They develop substance that transcends physical appearance. This development happens across professional domains too. Ugly women typically work harder to prove themselves. They pursue additional certifications, take on challenging projects, and consistently overdeliver. Many become exceptionally well-read, deeply knowledgeable in their fields, and impossibly hard to replace at work. Beauty fades. Everyone knows this truth. But personality, intelligence, and skills, these assets appreciate over time. While pretty women often face a crisis when their looks begin to fade, women who built their worth on other qualities continue to rise. Most fascinating is how this plays out in creative fields. Women who don't fit beauty standards often produce more innovative work. They develop unique perspectives from living outside society's favor. Their art, writing, music, and ideas tend to carry more depth, nuance, and originality. Leadership capabilities flourish too. Women used to being underestimated develop remarkable resilience and determination. They learn to navigate difficult situations with grace. They build teams based on merit rather than appearance. They inspire loyalty through competence and character. Communication skills shine particularly bright. Women who can't rely on pretty privilege become masters of persuasion, negotiation, and connection. They read rooms better, adapt to different personalities faster, and build rapport across divides. Competition shapes our entire lives. From school applications to job interviews, we're constantly fighting for limited spots. But here's where things get interesting. For women society doesn't find attractive, they face significantly less competition in several crucial areas. Most beautiful women cluster around certain paths: modeling, entertainment, hospitality, customer-facing roles, fields where looks directly translate to opportunity. This creates intense competition among pretty women for these positions. Meanwhile, ugly women face wide-open fields in areas where appearance matters less: STEM careers, behind-the-scenes roles, technical positions, places where results matter more than presentation. While everyone fights over marketing jobs, fewer compete for data analysis positions. Networking events reveal this phenomenon clearly. Pretty women get swarmed at professional gatherings. Everyone wants to talk to them, but often for the wrong reasons. Actual business discussions get derailed by flirtation and small talk. Women deemed unattractive, they have substantive conversations. They make meaningful connections. They build professional relationships based on mutual benefit rather than appearance. They actually network while others merely socialize. Mentorship opportunities expand too. Senior women often prefer mentoring those who remind them of themselves: hardworking, substance-focused, determined. They recognize fellow fighters who faced similar battles. This creates privileged access to wisdom and guidance that pretty women might miss. Industry conferences tell the same story. Beautiful women get invited to parties and social events. Women considered ugly get invited to speak on panels, lead workshops, and contribute to important discussions. One builds temporary social capital. The other builds lasting professional reputation. Even entrepreneurship shows this pattern. Venture capital flows differently based on appearance. Pretty women often get funding for beauty-adjacent businesses: makeup, fashion, lifestyle. Women deemed unattractive secure funding for technical innovations, medical breakthroughs, and infrastructure solutions. Most surprisingly, leadership roles open up. Companies serious about results rather than appearances promote based on performance. Women who've spent years developing skills rather than cultivating looks find themselves first in line for these positions. From childhood, life teaches ugly women a fundamental truth. Nothing will be handed to them based on appearance. This harsh reality forges an exceptional work ethic that beautiful women rarely need to develop. When doors don't automatically open, you learn to kick them down. Women's society labels as unattractive typically start working harder very early in life. They study longer hours, they take on extra projects, they volunteer for difficult tasks that others avoid. This consistent pattern of extra effort compounds over decades, creating massive advantages in skill development and experience. Beautiful women often coast on charm and appearance through early career stages. Managers overlook mistakes. Colleagues eagerly offer help. Customers give second chances. These small advantages create subtle permission to put in less effort. Meanwhile, ugly women know any mistake will be remembered, any failure highlighted. This awareness breeds meticulous attention to detail. They double check everything. They prepare exhaustively for presentations. They leave nothing to chance. Over time, this precision becomes second nature. Resilience grows stronger through necessity. When you face more rejection, more criticism, and more dismissal, you develop thicker skin. Women considered unattractive bounce back faster from setbacks. They've built emotional muscles through years of overcoming bias and prejudice. Persistence follows naturally. Women who can't rely on looks develop remarkable stamina for long-term goals. They stick with difficult projects when others quit. They weather challenging times in businesses when others fold. They maintain focus on 5-year plans while others chase quick wins. Goal setting becomes more strategic too. Beautiful women often set targets related to status, appearance, and social approval. Women deemed ugly typically set goals related to skill mastery, financial independence, and creating lasting impact. Self-motivation reaches extraordinary levels. External validation comes less frequently when you're not conventionally attractive, so ugly women build internal validation systems. They learn to recognize their own progress, celebrate their own victories, and push themselves without external cheerleaders. Time management transforms into a superpower. Without spending hours on elaborate beauty routines, unattractive women gain thousands of additional hours each year for productive work. This time advantage accumulates into massive productivity differences over careers. Beauty creates a peculiar prison of perception. Pretty women exist inside constant performance pressure. Smile, look happy, stay thin, appear perfect. This pressure forces many beautiful women to develop false personas, versions of themselves designed to please others rather than express authentic identity. Women's society deems ugly face different realities altogether. Without beauty as currency, they discover something invaluable, freedom to be genuinely themselves. No need to maintain impossible standards. No requirement to be perpetually pleasant, no obligation to hide intelligence or ambition behind prettiness. This authenticity manifests powerfully in relationships. Friendships formed by unattractive women typically center on deeper connections. They attract people who value substance over style, depth over decoration. Their social circles tend toward quality over quantity, fewer surface-level acquaintances, more ride-or-die companions. Romantic relationships showcase this pattern dramatically. Beautiful women often struggle to determine genuine interest versus physical attraction. Every compliment, every gift, every declaration of love carries uncertainty. Is it for me or just my appearance? Women considered ugly bypass this confusion entirely. When someone pursues them romantically, the interest almost certainly extends beyond physical appearance. Their partnerships generally form around personality compatibility, shared values, and mutual respect rather than superficial attraction. Family dynamics shift too. Parents of unattractive daughters typically focus on developing character, intelligence, and capabilities rather than maintaining appearance. These families often share stronger bonds built on meaningful conversation and genuine understanding instead of surface level approval. Workplace connections reflect similar patterns. Ugly women build professional networks based on competence, reliability, and results. Colleagues seek them out for their expertise rather than to gain proximity to attractiveness. Their professional relationships tend toward mentorship, collaboration, and mutual respect. Most significantly, self-relationship transforms. Women's society labels as unattractive develop more authentic relationships with themselves. They learn self-acceptance not tied to external validation. They build identities around accomplishments, character, and personal growth rather than fleeting physical attributes. Communication styles change accordingly. Without pretty privilege, women develop direct, honest communication skills. They say what they mean. They ask for what they need. They provide genuine feedback rather than people-pleasing platitudes. This authenticity breeds respect that beauty alone never achieves. Life teaches ugly women early that conventional paths might remain closed to them. Doors that swing open automatically for pretty faces stay firmly shut. This reality forces development of exceptional resourcefulness and creative problem-solving abilities that pretty women rarely need to cultivate. When standard solutions fail, innovation becomes necessary. Women's society deems unattractive typically develop remarkable abilities to find alternate routes to success. They identify hidden opportunities. They spot overlooked niches. They create paths where none existed before. Beautiful women often follow established playbooks because they work for them. Smile, network, climb ladders. Ugly women must write their own rules and design their own games. This necessity breeds creativity that eventually translates into significant competitive advantages in business, career, and life. Financial resourcefulness emerges particularly strong. Without beauty opening doors to free drinks, comped meals, or generous friends, unattractive women learn budget mastery early. They become experts at stretching dollars, finding deals, and building wealth through discipline rather than charm. Career pivoting becomes second nature. When traditional promotion paths stall out due to appearance bias, women considered ugly develop skills for lateral moves, strategic industry shifts, and unexpected role changes. They become masters of career reinvention, always finding ways to advance despite obstacles. Negotiation techniques evolve differently too. Pretty women can often rely on likability and charm during negotiations. Women deemed unattractive develop fact-based, value-centered negotiation approaches that often yield better long-term results. They back demands with data rather than smiles. Problem identification sharpens to extraordinary levels. Ugly women spot issues others miss because they've spent lifetimes noticing what others overlook. This translates into business insights, investment opportunities, and strategic advantages in competitive environments. Resource allocation transforms into a superpower. Women who can't rely on beauty learn to maximize every asset, connection, and opportunity. They waste nothing, they leverage everything. They find uses for resources others discard or ignore. Adaptability reaches remarkable heights. Women considered unattractive navigate constant rejection and bias by becoming exceptionally flexible. They adjust approaches immediately when strategies fail. They pivot without ego attachment. They embrace change rather than fearing it. Most importantly, pattern recognition accelerates. Ugly women often see connections others miss because they've spent years observing systems from outsider perspectives. They notice inefficiencies, opportunities, and solutions invisible to those operating within conventional frameworks. Society swings between cruel extremes toward women considered ugly. Some days bring outright mockery. Other days deliver something almost worse, complete invisibility. This consistent adversity builds extraordinary resilience that beautiful women rarely develop through comparable experiences. From childhood playground rejections to adult workplace dismissals, unattractive women face thousands of small heartbreaks. Each one strengthens emotional muscles, each one builds psychological calluses, each one increases capacity to withstand future pain. Rejection sensitivity decreases dramatically over time. Beautiful women often crumble under criticism because they've received so little of it. Women deemed ugly have weathered so many storms that additional rejection barely registers. They've learned not to internalize others' judgments. Failure recovery accelerates too. When you've been knocked down repeatedly throughout life, you develop lightning fast bounce back abilities. Unattractive women typically process setbacks, extract lessons, and restart efforts, while pretty women remain stuck in emotional aftermath. Crisis management transforms into a core strength. Women's society labels as ugly have navigated so many difficult situations that genuine emergencies rarely overwhelm them. They maintain calm when others panic. They find solutions when others see only problems. Emotional regulation reaches exceptional levels. Years of managing feelings around appearance-based rejection creates mastery of emotional responses. Ugly women typically display remarkable control over reactions, choosing responses rather than being driven by impulses. Perspective shifting becomes second nature. Women considered unattractive develop abilities to reframe negative situations into opportunities. They find silver linings instantly. They extract value from even the worst circumstances. They transform disadvantages into advantages through perspective alone. Patience extends beyond normal limits. Pretty women often expect immediate results because they've received immediate attention their entire lives. Women deemed ugly have learned that most worthwhile goals require sustained effort over long time frames. They excel at delayed gratification. Stress tolerance increases exponentially. Constant microaggressions around appearance build extraordinary capacity to function under pressure. Unattractive women handle workloads, deadlines, and high-stakes situations with remarkable composure because everyday life has prepared them for battle. Self-reliance deepens profoundly. Women's society doesn't find attractive, learn early that rescue rarely arrives. This creates unshakable confidence in their ability to solve problems independently. They know with absolute certainty they can handle whatever life throws at them because they already have. Society operates on two distinct timelines for women. Beautiful women experience tremendous early advantages that gradually diminish. Women deemed ugly build slowly increasing advantages that compound over decades. This fundamental difference shapes entire life trajectories in profound ways. Beauty creates immediate doors, but limited shelf life. Pretty women peak early, socially, romantically, and often professionally. Their world gradually shrinks as appearance-based opportunities fade. By middle age, many find themselves struggling to maintain relevance in systems that valued them primarily for youth and beauty. Women's society labels as unattractive follow opposite paths. They start with fewer opportunities but build foundations of skill, character, and achievement that grow increasingly valuable over time. Their trajectories show steady upward momentum rather than early peaks followed by decline. Financial stability reveals this pattern clearly. Beautiful women often develop spending habits based on easy money, free drinks, wealthy partners, appearance-based opportunities. When these dry up, financial hardship frequently follows. Meanwhile, ugly women build careful saving habits, invest consistently, and create wealth that compounds regardless of appearance changes. Career longevity demonstrates similar patterns. Pretty women frequently choose appearance-dependent fields with limited growth potential. Their career paths often stall when younger, more attractive competitors emerge. Women deemed unattractive typically select fields where experience and expertise matter more than looks. Their value to organizations increases rather than decreases over time. Relationship stability follows predictable patterns too. Beautiful women often partner with people attracted primarily to appearance. When looks inevitably change, these relationships frequently collapse. Women considered ugly form partnerships based on deeper compatibility that strengthens rather than weakens through aging. Identity resilience marks another critical difference. Pretty women frequently build self-concepts around appearance. When beauty fades, identity crises often follow. Unattractive women construct identities around character, achievement, and relationships, elements that remain stable or improve with age. Mental health trends reveal similar divergences. Studies consistently show higher rates of depression among formerly beautiful women as they age. Women who never relied on appearance for validation typically maintain more stable psychological well-being throughout life phases. Social circles evolve differently as well. Beauty-based friendships often dissolve with appearance changes. Connections built on substance, the kind ugly women typically form, strengthen through shared experience and mutual support over decades. Every advantage has a price. Every disadvantage creates opportunity. This unpopular opinion about ugly women getting everything isn't about putting anyone down. It's about recognizing how society's obsession with beauty creates unexpected winners. Women's society labels as unattractive develop freedom from impossible standards. They build extraordinary personalities and skills. They face less competition in key areas. They forge unbeatable work ethics. They create authentic connections. They master resourcefulness and problem solving. They build remarkable resilience. And they achieve stability that outlasts fleeting beauty advantages. None of this happens automatically. Each woman makes choices about how to respond to society's shallow judgments. Some internalize negativity, others transform it into fuel for extraordinary lives. Beauty standards constantly change. What remains constant is the power of character, skill, and determination, qualities that women deemed ugly often develop to exceptional levels. Next time you see a woman's society doesn't consider attractive achieving remarkable success, remember, it's not despite being ugly, it's partly because of the superpowers that experience helped her develop. If this perspective shifted your thinking even slightly, hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel for more unpopular opinions that challenge conventional wisdom about success, relationships, and life.